Magic Tree House, Book Number 55, Night of the Ninth Dragon, by Mary Pope Osborne. Chapter 5, Cathy and Keith. Westward towards the mountains, said Queen Guinevere. She was sitting next to the sleeping king with her hand resting his chest. Cathy lives not far from here, where the wood borders the heath. Got it, said Annie. How? She called to the oxen, using the sled dog command for their left. The heavy animals moved slowly towards the distant, cloud-covered mountains. A cool, moist wind rippled through the wild grasses on either side of the bordered road. Where are the invaders now, Your Majesty? Asked Jack, rocking from side to side on the driver's bench. We hope that our army is defeating them in the east, said the queen. But small men may still be roaming the kingdom like packs of wolves. Like pack of wolves? Said Jack, his eyes darted around the courtside, looking for bands of invaders. The hills and fields were covered with shadows of cloud scudding across the sun. The shadows swept over abandoned huts and farms with shattered tree and blackened fields. What happened here, Your Majesty? Annie asked. Did the wolf packs of invaders burn everything? No. The fires were set by those who live here, answered the queen. Rumors of the enemy caused farmers to abandon their crops and hide in the hills. But before they fled, some burned their timber, barley, and flax to keep them from the invaders. When will everyone come back? Asked Jack. Well, they know their king has returned, so the queen said. Until then, no one will have the courage. So everything depends on King Arthur, Jack thought, which means everything depends on us. As the oxen pulled the cart towards the wooded hills and plains at the base of the mountains, the bright air grew colder and the wind stronger. The lonely road grew wider until it was no more than a weedy path, overgrown with thistles and brambles. Stop here, Guinevere said faintly. Whoa, said Annie. The oxen stopped moving, and the cart jolted to a halt. Guinevere gently shook her husband's shoulder. Wake, my lord, she said. Wake up. Yes, the king said, lifting his head. We are near calves, said Guinevere. We must take a short walk now. Arthur sat up and looked around. Then he ran his fingers through his hair. Yes, he said frankly, we must walk from here. First, drink this, said the queen, lifting the flask to the king's lip. Jack wondered how much of the healing water from Avalon was left. He hoped they had enough for the whole journey. Annie climbed down from the cart bench and grabbed Oki. After Arthur drank from the flask, Guinevere helped him out of the back of the cart. King Arthur took the queen's arm, and the two of them started walking slowly down the path. As Jack and Annie followed the royal couple through the shifting shadows of the forest, silver leaves on the interlacing tree branches bristled in the wind. Jack smelled wood smoke. Soon they crossed a satin footbridge over a stream and came to a clearing with a small stone hut. A fence of woven sticks ringed the yard. Chimney smoke swirled through the afternoon air. The queen opened the gate, and she and Arthur crossed to the hut. Guinevere locked on the door. A moment later, an old woman wrapped in a shawl stood in the doorway. She had long white braid and human skin worn smooth by weather and time like an ancient stone. The woman's eyes were closed. With a start, Jack realized Cathy was blind. At her side was a tall white dog with light blue eyes. Oki didn't bark or whine. The peaceful gaze of the white dog seemed to keep him calm. Greetings, Cat. We have come to seek your help, rasped King Arthur. Cathy bowed her head. Welcome, Your Majesty, she said, and the queen has come with you this time. Yes, yes, Cat. Guinevere touched the blind woman's arm. Welcome, dear lady, said Cat. And there are others here as well. Children? Yes, Jack and Annie, said the queen. Annie, the seer reached out. Annie took her hand. I see you well, Annie, Cat said with her eyes still closed. You love all animals. You speak your mind and you're quick and courageous. Sometimes, though, you move too swiftly and you lack patience. That's right. That's me, Annie said with a smile. And Jack? Cat said, turning to him. Jack took the seer's hand. You are very thoughtful and intelligent, Jack, she said. You love books and knowledge. Sometimes, though, you worry too much and you do not act quickly enough. Yes, that's me, said Jack. Okie barked. And this is our dog, Okie, said Annie. She hauled out the puppy, and the blind woman patted his head. Okie, you're a very happy and lively dog. Very curious and willful, the seer said with a smile. She pointed to a blue-eyed dog at her side. And this is my key. She is old, like me. She cannot hear and I cannot see, so we must rely on one another. Cool, said Annie. Kath then held both her hands to King Arthur, and he took them in his. Come inside, my lord, she said. You have been wounded. Yes, I have, the king said. Kath and Keith stepped back into the stone hut. The others followed, stepping onto a worn wooden floor. Inside, Jack could barely see anything. There was no windows and no lanterns. After Kath closed the door, the fire from the hearth and 2 candles were all that illuminated the one-room hut. Once Jack got used to the dim light, he was amazed at how easily Kath moved about which key at her side. The blind woman pulled a wooden bench close to the hearth, added kindly and logs to the fire, and poked it with a stick until the flame shot into the air. Pray, sit down, Kath said, turning back to her visitors. Jack and Annie joined Arthur and Guinevere on the bench, and Kath sat down on the low stool near the blazing fire. Keith sat beside her. Tell me, what do you seek to know, my lord? Kath asked King Arthur. The king leaned forward into a half circle of the firelight. The ninth dragon was stolen from Morgan's garden, he said. Oh, Kath said, I understand. You need the ninth dragon, my lord, to cross the avalanche. I do, indeed, wise friend, he said. Kath nodded. Without another word, she stood up and opened the door. Keith joined her at the threshold, and the two stood together, facing the woods outside. Keith's silky white fur glistened in the silver light as the dog looked deep into the forest. Write down what she says, Annie whispered. Jack reached under his cloak and took up his backpack. He pulled out his pencil and notebook and opened to a blank page, ready to write down the seer's prophecy. For a long moment, all was quiet except for the gentle rustling of the trees. Gradually, through the sounds of the leaves and winds grew louder and louder until it seemed like if all the forest was shouting a secret to the blind woman. Then the voice of the wind lessened. The whispering and rustling grew softer and softer until a hush fell over the forest. No one moved as they waited for Kath to tell them what the leaves had said.